Global Disability Summit Youth. We asked youth with disabilities around the world to talk about stigma and discrimination.
Peter Ochieng, Uganda.
When we go to employment, there's rigidity in how people should work, how many hours you should work, how you should deliver, depending on the type of job or employment. So you find that if you come like me who cannot write, and the job requires you to write, like to manually write with your hands, maybe you're registering guests manually, they will automatically not take you, because if you request for reasonable accommodation, if they are kind enough, they will tell you to share your salary with your support person. But if they're not kind, they'll just tell you, we have a budget for one person and that's it. So when you come with when you insist and you come with your personal care assistant or you provide a little accommodation, you have to foot the bills by yourself. So all these kind of barriers push us away from accessing those services and meaningfully benefiting from them. I will start by ownership. Government should own youth with disabilities. They should own us as citizens. We are citizens in this country. We pay tax. We contribute to the labor market. We make so many contributions in different ways to the development of our respective countries. So government should acknowledge that. And when they acknowledge that, they should create an enabling environment for us to thrive, to gain the skills, and to be meaningfully included in our societies. This includes like budgeting. When they are budgeting, they should reflect in the national budget the needs of young people with disabilities. We should not be just put there afterwards when everything has been budgeted and find that, oh, we've forgotten this category. It can't work because it constrains everything. We need to be put intentionally from the beginning of the process of any development initiative, anything going on in our respective countries. And we should be seen as citizens of those countries. Even if we welcome foreign aid, donor support, donor funding, or donor intervention, we also need to have that sense of identity, because these ones are not sustainable. I like during COVID, we saw how things happened, how things changed, how people are still looking at themselves. Like right now, many youth with disabilities in many countries are yet to receive vaccines for COVID. Why? Because when they go to access these services, the medical workers are not trained. They don't have budget for extra staff to support this type of people, so they just shun them away. And we also see that due to challenges of funding and maybe relying on other people for funding, our countries, like many in Africa and the global south, are still struggling to get adequate vaccines for everyone. So it is the same with other services that are delivered in these countries. When youth with disabilities are not intentionally included in those processes, are not intentionally considered, and their needs are not intentionally considered as a matter of national interest or priority, it makes them to become secondary citizens. It makes us to belong somewhere to some people whom we don't know when they will leave supporting us. So my key message is that they should intentionally include us and they should recognize us as their citizens who contribute to the development of our respective countries. Okay, one of the key barriers youth with disabilities in face in accessing services, this type of services is lack of reasonable accommodation. Because when they are planning for these services, when they are designing these services, they design it for someone without any impairment. For example, when they are constructing classrooms in most schools I've ever gone to in my country, they constructed in the mind that someone who has to go there can walk by themselves, they can listen, and that goes to how teachers are distributed, and they can follow the whole class or lecture by themselves. So there's no that intentional design to take into consideration the needs of different people with disabilities. And even when we go to the sanitation, we find that this sanitation, the way they are designed, the urinals are for someone who can stand, for example, forgetting that there can be someone who's crawling, and they will not allocate, in most cases, a specific space for such people. So in that case, even it also happens in hospitals, you go, like you find the setting, the tables and everything, and the people working there, they just don't know anything about disability. So when you come, there's no way they can adequately support you to access the services.
Presented by International Disability Alliance, Atlas Alliance, Youth Mental Health Norway, UNICEF, GlobalDisabilitySummit.org.